Good morning. Today we are going to remove a battery from I believe it's an A1398 2015 MacBook Pro. A couple things to remember. The tools you'll need for this is you're going to need a T6 Torx bit, which is that right there. You're going to need a plastic pry tool type of thing. Very, 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 very important. Do not use metal for this. I can't stress that enough. Metal is not a good idea. Okay, so I once used a metal one to get this out of here and ended up catching it on fire. It happened once, only once. So get to it. In this particular one, we do have two speakers here that'll make it easier if we get these out of the way. That's where the T6 comes into play. Believe this one here has two screws holding it in here, and this one over here has two screws, and it looks like one of them's missing. And then the connection right here, you should just be able to pop it right up like that, easy. So well, that one's missing. This has already been replaced at some point. I fix it. That's a good company to buy from, very reputable. Okay, so first thing we'll do is take out this one here, and what I like to do to make sure I don't lose track of where screws go, I like to, well, that's kind of in there. I'm gonna, for this one, I'm just gonna leave this so I can get under it. That's the important thing. But when I take these parts out, I usually try to put the screws where they go, because sometimes they're different lengths and whatnot. Let's see what this one does. See if this one comes out a little better. So that one's the top one. This one's the bottom one. All right. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. But basically, in this particular model, we don't have to have them out. We just have to be able to get a good angle underneath like that. Okay. Now this one I can already tell you is going to be super easy, but I'm going to go through the motions so you know, because if you've got one of these, then you're dealing with a headache already removing this battery. Okay, so this particular one, we do have this board we got to be very careful with. And also underneath here, in some models, there's a couple of holes about this size that have circuit boards here that are related to the touchpad. So you want to be very careful. You'll see what I mean. So first things to do is remove the battery, always. So that's this in this right here. That's the battery for this one. Second thing is we're going to remove this cable, or we're going to release this cable and bring it back this way. It has two screws holding this cover on. I want to put that one there, and like I say, it's easy to remember where these all go if you put them, see how I put it, where they go like that. That matches up, makes it easier. And then we're going to take this off here, and this is usually glued to the battery, especially if it's factory, so you may be very careful. Don't pull it too hard, just easy, take your time, be patient. Comes up like that. Okay, so here's where this comes into play. This is really important, because when I first started working on Macs years ago, what I would do is I would kind of force it in here and kind of manhandle it to try to get it to come out. But there is a very easy way to get this battery out without risking fire, because it is a real thing and it's a very hot lithium fire. It's very hot. So I'm going to set this here. Okay. So basically, first thing we want to use is one of these. Now this is plastic. I get these when I get screens that need to have the adhesive removed. But what you want to do with this is you want to put alcohol on this. You don't have to spray it in here. I mean, I guess you can, but you have to use the really high-end 95, 93% alcohol or higher. You don't want to use the stuff under the bathroom sink, because that's around 70, which means it's like 30% water, so you can get corrosion and everything else. So what we do is we're just going to spray or pour a little liquid or alcohol on there. If you see it gets on here, that's okay, it's not a huge deal. And then we take this with alcohol on it, go into this speaker, and just work our way in like this. Now this is easy because it looks like the person that did this last time did not remove the or did not readhese or put the tape down to make this solid in place. Anyway, so you do that on this side. Make sure it's like all the way up like that, and then you spray some on the other side. Pull that speaker up and work its way in like this. You're good. Okay. Then you have this middle part. I found that you can go right here, right? Especially after this is good to go, and you can kind of move it a little. You can squeeze in right here, and then just kind of work your way in like this. Okay. But the easiest, best way is to lift it up like this, and then just go straight underneath, like that. Because that way, if there's something underneath here on some models, something similar to this, you don't want to knock components off. But before we take this off completely, you'll have to remember there's this board here that's attached to the battery. So you've got two T6 screws, one here, one here. Take one out there. Take one out here. Now once you get this mostly released from the adhesive, then you can kind of just work with it, you know, get it like this and kind of just feel your way. You just want to stay away from bending it, and that's how you take that battery out. So kind of a recap, when you get one of these and you have an issue with the battery being glued or adhesed down to the chassis here, it's no joke how they do it. If you notice the old, can't really see it very well. Let me see it better at maybe this angle. Well, you can't really see it, but there you go. So you can see where the adhesive was. Look at right here. There was 6 long pieces of adhesive. So this was no joke to get out. And then there's 2 here, and looks like 2 or 3 there. And I think I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna try to find one that doesn't have a battery that's that easy, and I'm gonna start getting it out. See if I got a parts machine. Stand by. Okay, I wanted to show you also, this is where the new battery came in. It's kind of cool because you have these tools that it gives you. One of those is going to be a T6 that you would need. I don't know what the other one is, but that's what you'll need to get the screws out. Okay, so I didn't find the exact same battery situation, but this is similar. So this one has not been worked on. This looks like a factory battery to me. Okay, so I'm going to just pop it under here to show you what I meant. Going to put a little alcohol on here like that, and then just pop it under here, and just kind of, even if at an angle like this, it still will work. You just have to be very patient. And once you get it under there, see how that's battery's buckling? That's not the end of the world. You just don't want to straight up bend it at an angle. So just be real patient and work it in like this. You can see right there at the top how far in you've gotten, and then just move it over. See, there you go. There's your battery. And then it gets easier as more alcohol kind of penetrates down there. So there you go. That's how the battery comes out. If you were to use a screwdriver or something else, you could cause major problems. Like underneath, there's what your adhesive looks like. Okay, we'll clean this off and start going back to the other one. I should mention where to get these things. I forgot to do that. Stuff like this you can get as a little paint scraper at like Home Depot or wherever in the world you are, any home improvement store, and you want to get one that's a little bit flexible, kind of, right? So, and then it has a thin end if possible, you know, kind of thin. Second is the alcohol. You can get that at any beauty supply store. Should be carrying it, but you want something 92% or better ideally. Okay, back to it. Okay, the new battery's here. Looks like we got the right one. See on the bottom, you can see those adhesive strips. When you put this on, you can't really pull this. You can't really pull this off with the thing in here. So you gotta be real careful. I'll show you an easy way to do this without, you know, if you got this thing in here crooked, you literally can't get it to work, and you can damage this board by trying to force it where the screws are like that. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. Also, just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to clean this up, but you could take, you know, your thumbnail or something, or soak it with a little bit of alcohol, and you could work with getting these off and cleaning them off. It doesn't take forever, but it also, I don't know that it really matters that much. So what we're going to do, I'm going to see if I can do this a certain way. Pull this back up, put this in here like this, and again, you want to make sure that this top is screwed in before you put any adhesive going to the bottom of this, because you will have major issues if it's off even a little bit. So there's our two screws. Do not plug the battery in yet and cause problems. So I'm going to put one screw in, make sure it's perfectly lined up as best as we can, and not going to tighten it all the way. Then put the other one in right here. I just want to make sure it's in place. Alright, tighten that one up. And I'm going to see if we can get this bottom part off without too much trouble. I'm going to just lift it up best I can. Kind of work my fingers underneath there. Yeah, we can do it. And just pull it off, but you do not want to let any of this touch the bottom until the whole thing's off of there. And then just gently set it in place, just like that. Okay, so now that is in. And of course the battery's still not connected. We don't want to do that till the very last. And then we take this off right here, and it looks like a brand new battery. Good to go. So we'll finish up taking this, and be careful, because this right here, if you damage this, it's bad news. You have to sometimes replace this touchpad, especially this connector right here. I've seen that a lot. So just try to, again, just like with the adhesive here, don't push the stuff down and then force this to curve like this. Put this on the connector first, and then let it fall in place. Okay, just like that. And sometimes it won't even stick back, but that's all right. Work on it a little and put that back there. Of course, there's our top and bottom screws. Put it in there on top first. And another reason to keep the battery unplugged, because if it has battery power going through this board and you touch the wrong thing, you can short it out, fry something. There's that and that. So the only other two screws are these screws that are the speaker screws. I could have sworn I took one out of here. I did I? Alright. Don't forget to put your speaker connectors back if you took the speakers out. You can usually get away with it without having to do it, but without having to remove the speakers, you can kind of get under there. All right. Okay, so now that everything looks good, we'll make a quick pass over everything. Looks good, so now we're going to put the battery thing in, a battery connector. Now, you will notice too that this right here on the new battery, on the old one, it's kind of pushed back a little like that. It's kind of folded, the cable. This one's straight like this. So you kind of want to bend it a little bit and kind of work it to push it back like that. So it lands on top. There you go. That's it. So when you try to turn this over and turn it on, sometimes these MacBooks will not turn on. Sometimes for some odd reason you have to put the power cord in with a new battery to get it to talk to it and start up. So that's it for the video, guys. Real simple and easy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. Also, I do mail-in repairs, you can contact me for that. And do like and subscribe. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers by mid to late August. That's my goal. And then see where it goes from there. But thanks for the subscribes and the likes and all the good feedback. Have a great day.